Hey, what's up, guys? This is Ninja on a Ninja, and basically, I have a video for you today. And in this video, well, let me pull it up real quick. Okay, so YouTube is shutting down my channel by Davey504, who has 13.4 million subs. Okay, now originally I was gonna laugh. I was gonna be like, whatever, I don't care, big deal, who cares? Like, you probably don't matter, you just blah blah blah. But everyone gets one. Everyone gets one, right? So I was like, okay, let me hear this guy out. As you can see, I've been listening for a good 2 minutes and 30 seconds. This is a 4 minute video. I would listen to a majority of it. And basically, what I've found out was I'm on his side. I agree with him because he's absolutely right. I get YouTube violations all the time. Like Jubilee will post a video, and I'll post a video response, and the Jubilee response will be like 20% of my video, but yet they claim the video anyways. And so I dispute it, and I win, right? Like he's saying, and I've done this. I have a document called that downfall of. Hold on 1 second, so I can read it. Let me move this window. It's called Downfall of America, as told by George Carlin and I, basically, because he was right. They make you smart enough to do the job, but dumb enough to think you're stuck where you are, and so that's kind of the situation. That's kind of the deal. And then on top of that, people try to manipulate you and try to influence you to make you act a certain way and make you make an action that is caused by influence instead of reasoning and logic and evaluation, which is how we got here, by the way. If you don't know how humanity has come so far, is because so basically in America, this is something I've told people, and they're like, "Whoa, I never thought of it that way. I didn't know. I didn't see." But I believe this is what the forefathers had in mind. Basically, the American flag, red, white, and blue. The reason why they did that is because at the time, America was divided, red and blue. There could be green, there could be purple, there could be yellow, there could be brown, whatever in there. But a majority of America was red, white, and blue. The red, the whatever that party, right? The blue, the parties, they exist, okay. But the white, that is logic and reasoning and evaluation and IQ and intelligence, and that's why the stars are white, right? That's why the white. I remember the flag. Let me pull it up. It's been a while since I've seen the flag. American flag. American flag. By the way, I can't type very well because my hands all fucked up. So I use voice to text to type. So that's why I did that. But as you can see, the flag. I'm not sure when it was designed or what, but basically, the red is like the heart of the land, right? The blue is the logic and reasoning, but the white 50 stars, the heart of each nation, they are white. And you'll notice that there's white in the fields as well, because as and so the white is dividing the blue as well. So they're both divided by the white, right? So they neither one controls the majority of the flag, and neither one controls the majority of the flag, right? And despite who controls what, right? Despite the control, despite the power, despite the influence, whatever, The point is, there's red, there's blue, but there's also white. And in the white, that's reason, that's logic that exists without red influence, without blue influence. It's just the white. There is no God. There is no cancel culture. There's no lesbians. There's just facts here. A lesbian can go to court. The judge will treat them as they are written, basically on paper. You know why? Because you yourself, as a person, as an entity or whatever, it's all written in paper, right? So if you go and you're a man claiming to be a woman, they will call you a woman because that's what it is in your paper. But chances are, in your paperwork, that's an illegal filing and blah blah blah. And that's where all the complications come into play. But they are white stars for that reason. Is because there's no Christian belief, there's no liberal belief. It's just what makes sense. Does 2 plus 2 equal 4? That's it. That's what it comes down to. That's why the flag is the way it is. It's because of that. And that's how you lead. That's why the stars are white. They're not red stars. They're not blue stars. They're white stars. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, I want the idea to carry on. But yeah, I told somebody that changed his life. But, anyways, I believe that's what the forefathers had in mind. Was that the design, whatever. It's just the colors. Okay. Anyways, continue. So, what he's saying, he's right. The strikes and whatnot, and they're right. 100%, he's correct. In fact, go ahead. Go ahead.
I've been making videos for the past 14 years and I constantly had to deal with so many problems on YouTube, and I've never made videos talking about them, but things are getting really out of hands recently. I get copyright claims on my videos.
For the record, same thing. I deal with a lot. I deal with a lot of shit. I have a lot of haters. And they win. Like they push me down. They dislike my videos, right? And so what happens is the algorithm is evil, and because of the haters, my channel is repressed into the corner. Even though it should be in the light, even though I should be getting showered with faith and glory, it's repressed into the shadows because of little haters and little bots and little artificial synthetic bullshits, basically. So
Pretty much every day. And I want to make one thing clear before we continue. I have no problem when the claim is legitimate. If I play a song that is not mine, I 100% agree the revenue of that video goes to the original writer of the.
That's where me and you disagree. If I, unless the video is based on the song, then I do that. But if I make a video that happens to have that song, fuck you, we're gonna have it out.
The song, no doubts about that. What I'm talking about here.
And the reason why is because I guarantee no one has fought yet. No one has gotten because that's what it is. Fake it to make it. That's the curse of the world. Basically, is fakers fake it, and so when the other people come and they, hey, we're putting a hit on your account, they're like, okay, whatever, because they're fake and they're sellouts. And this is why the influencers and why the rich are buying influencers and why America is starting to lose its everything that makes America America is because everyone that is in power is fake. And they have the power because they're being carried by somebody else. I just made a video about being carried by someone else, and then they try to make it seem like, hey, this chick is the one, when in reality it's the Rengar that she's playing with that's doing the heavy lifting, right? She's just there for the ride, and we're all focused on her and not paying attention to the Rengar, even though the Rengar is the one who's lifting, right? That's what's going on. It's manipulation. So, anyways, that's basically a long deal, long story. But yeah,
Are false copyright claims. Sometimes it's just YouTube making some mistakes, but other times they are actually malicious, meaning somebody actually is trying to steal the revenue from my video. Usually I just dispute these claims, and after a couple of days they are just gone because I'm right. But what pushed me to make this video is one recent claim that really blew my mind. Years ago I played a bass version of Moonlight Sonata.
Real quick, just notice he edits every few seconds. Edit, 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 edit. I don't edit at all. I have no editing at all. You know why? Because this guy, as much as true as he is, he's still more fake than I am. I'm real. I'm authentic, 100%. That's why I deserve to be the not the president, but basically I should have more power than the president has because I'm more real than the president of the United States. Who's the Trojan horse, by the way? If you think Trump is the one deciding shit, you're an idiot. Anyways,
from Beethoven, and that piece has been in the public domain for centuries, not years, literally centuries. I put a lot of effort into arranging it for bass, practicing it for days and weeks. It's not easy to play at all, and guess what? It got copyright claimed. What? It was claimed by a music label that apparently owns all the music in the universe.
I'm gonna pull up. Again, I have a document called Downfall of America. Because I too have been hit. So I've been hit by Paramount Global, PMN, Paramount Media, CBS, Columbia Broadcasting Systems. They have name changes to dodge penalty and punishment, as much like Trump and his splints. And I want to point them out because they have combated me. Jubilee has combated me, and Jubilee is owned by Paramount and things like that. And the point is that just shows you that they took control of the Republican Party a long time ago. They're trying to take control of the Democrat Party right now, and that's why the what's it called, independent party is on the rise because they exist without anyone else other than the people, which is what the Republican and Democrat Party was, of the people. But as of lately, it's controlled by the rich. It's controlled by the people who have money. And so independent is starting to rise because they aren't owned by nobody. They can actually say the truth without punishment, or that's why I say the truth, because I never sold out. I didn't fucking play this game, and they're much like China and Russia, and they're using propaganda to lead, and they're lying to you, and they're tricking you, and then the kids are born and they've only known all of the lies, much like this is why the right fell so fast, is because they were suckers for what's it called, authority, through religion and through the military. They were bootlickers from the get-go. And so when an artificial synthetic version came into power, they were so used to it that they obeyed it. And then it hit the Democrat Party, and that's why I hate to, well, not really I hate to, but I gotta bring up, that's why people like Paul Ryan, Steve Bannon, Jeff Sessions, and Lindsey Graham, and John Kennedy, who's an idiot, Jim Jordan, who's an idiot, like, all of these people were leading front and center when it was like, hail the chief, hail the chief. But then when the Democratic Party was involved, and bullets were shot, like not at them but towards them, like, whoa, I can't be here. Like, not literal bullets, by the way, I'm talking like metaphorical. Like, they didn't bend the knee, and so they're like, "Fuck you, Paul Ryan," and that's so he ducked and he dipped, and that's why he is powerful, but he's leading from the shadows, basically. And Steve Bannon leading from the shadows, Jeff Sessions leading from the shadow before front and center, and when it was just the Republican Party front and center, they wish that they just stuck with that, but they wanted more. And that's what Hitler was, and that's what Hitler did. And we're lucky that we're red and blue and not just red, because if we were just red, we would be the fucking Nazis 2.0 right now. But, anyways, that was all I wanted to do and bring up. And if you want that power, let me know. Tucker Carlson's also on it, Ted Cruz. Also, I wanted to mention two people, Philip DeFranco, Ray William Johnson, Steve Mold. All of them are fakers. Elon Musk, faker. Joe Rogan, Dave Chappelle, The Rational National, Luke Beasley, Adam Mockler, Chris Mowry, Kyle Kalinske, David Pacman. Like, I have all these people, Shoe on Head, Night Blue, Nile Blue, Bloomberg, Neurozerg. They're all the same, essentially, as Osama bin Laden, basically. right? The false alphas and the gammas, yeah. So anyways, if you want that document, let me know.
But obviously that was an error, right? So I disputed it, like usual. The result of my dispute? Rejected. After reviewing your dispute, this name, who is this, has decided the copyright claim is still valid. Who the f is this? And you know what's the best part? Because I lost the claim, I actually got a copyright strike. That's much more serious, because you can have unlimited copyright claims and still be fine. But once I get 3 copyright strikes, my channel is gone. Terminated. Seriously, this is insane. I'm still gonna fight it, of course, and I'm gonna win 100%,
Good.
but it is just...
It's about here I decided to stop because he's making sense. And I would, if I had money, I would give it to him to fight this shit. You don't need it, but you get the idea.
Scary how easy it is for random people to just copyright strike anything. Like imagine...
That's what they do with thumbs down. Basically, my channel is not actually badly done. It's just that I had haters that hated on me because I would say bad things about who they sucked the D of, and they didn't like that. So they would raid my channel. Actually, on my document, I have another document. I forgot what it's called. Oh shit. There's a word. The hell? That's weird. Start over. It's called brigading. Brigade. They formed a brigade on my channel and they pushed me into the ground, basically. And so my channel didn't do well and is not doing well because of haters, basically. Like, for example, Justin Bieber shows up and he goes off and everyone loves him. And I'm like, I don't like those shoes. And then I get 50 dislikes on my channel. And then they go to my channel and then they go to my view, dislike next channel or next video, dislike next video, dislike. They watch like 10 seconds, dislike next channel, dislike next channel, dislike next video, dislike next video, dislike. And so that's what happens. Basically, that's what I'm going against. So what he's talking about is true. And he's just talking about the most extreme version of it. But what I'm dealing with is a lesser version of it, but it's impacting me because I could be as big as him right now, but because of this bullshit situation that's going on, this artificial wave of bullshit. Yeah. Anyways.
Imagine a bunch of people just decided to all go copyright strike multiple videos of one channel. They could just take down entire channels out of nowhere. You know, as a creator, there is really no way to prevent this before it's too late. But the thing is, I can afford to deal with these problems because I'm lucky enough to be a big channel. But if this happens to smaller channels, they are screwed hard. And if this...
Right here. So... Davey 504, I'm telling you right now, it's happening to me. So I 100% have my power. As I used to tell my stream, use /o/ give me your power, right? In the comments, do that. If you're down, if you want to give Davey 504 your power, in the comments, if you're watching this video and you made it this far, /0 the O, letter O, /, and you'll do this, right? It's like the spirit bomb. Give me your power, give me your strength. That's what it was. And back in the day when I streamed, people would, and it was cool, it was fun, it was great, it was fantastic, right? But anyways, continue, Dave.
Happened to me, it's 100% happening to smaller channels too. It's just very demotivating. Right now I'm working on my next video, which is gonna be 100% copyright claimed. So make sure you stay tuned for it and watch it ASAP because You never know what's gonna happen next. Might be the last video you see from this channel. Just in case my channel
It may or it is.
disappears out of nowhere. I'm also on Patreon and Cameo. Yes, these are my plan B and C. And if these two fail as well, you're gonna find me. Yes, these are my
Notice. Gotta do it too, Davey. Sorry.
plan B and C.
See how he looks down? Because he's reading from a script. That's the editing every 2 seconds. It's because they go sentence by sentence and they try to make it seem like they're doing what I'm doing, but they aren't actually doing what I'm doing. And this is why the world sucks, is because the fakers take my position. And so when the authority comes and like what's going on, the Davey, for example, turns into a bootlicker and he's just a bitch and just takes it in the A, and that establishment falls apart. But if they had me, who was a true American, who is the real deal, who is boring and you don't want to watch, but if you shut the fuck up and you just sit down and listened and actually gave me money, they come in and like, oh, what do you want? Who runs the place here? Me. What do you want? And oh, well, we just want. Oh, no, you're not getting that. Well, and we talk, and then after an hour or whatever, they'd leave, and then the business would continue. But because Davey was in charge and he can't do what I can do, and he's pretending he's faking it, the business was run under. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying Davey is bad and he can't do it. I'm just using him as an example because there are people like Philip DeFranco, like I said, fake as fuck, right? And then the other person I mentioned, also fake as fuck, right? And they're not real, but they are trying to take my money. They are milking my position, and the reason why they are getting away with it is because of bias and bullshit in the world. And that's what he's talking about. That's where these copyright strikes are coming from, bias and manipulation, and they're being enforced because they're trusting red or they're trusting blue, but they're not using the white. You understand?
And if these two fail as well,
And for the record, I was banned on Destiny, Destiny's Discord, and I was banned on Destiny.gg because of ignorant, stupid bullshit. Where it's like, I'm not gonna give you one, I'm not going to reason with you, and it's all about me. So therefore, banned. You're banned because I can't understand. Because you're a bigger person and better than I am, you are banned. And they wonder why the world sucks. Because when Trump shows up, he gets all of the praise, and no one stands up to him. But I would have, but you banned me, so no one stands up to Trump. So
you're gonna find me on the streets playing bass. Also,
that's what girls are doing now, by the way. There's girls, they all run around, sluts, being hoes, trying to get fucked and shit, and then they realize, oh fuck, I've been screwing around this whole time. Now I want you, and I'm like, well, nah, I don't want you because all of your best years you gave to that fucker. So why the fuck would I want you now? You have no potential to learn anything anymore. Why would I want you now? This is so nice.
it seems like YouTube is completely broken.
This is why pedophiles exist for the most part, by the way. This is why guys like young girls, because they ain't blown out fucking tramp hoes. They haven't been used and exploited to the max. This is where pedophilia is coming from, by the way. Like, if I met a girl who was like 30 years old and she was still a virgin, yeah, I'd date her. I'd probably marry her. You know what I'm saying? Because chances are she probably has knowledge and she's smart. She probably knows that she shouldn't, and she hasn't, right? Good for her. Well done. Yes, right? But the problem is, they're like 12 years old, and that's the only time you can find them when they're still pure, right? It's 12 years old, right? And pure, what I mean by pure is not run down, not hate, not full of shit, and that's what's going on. This is why back in the day, virginity matters. It was sacred, because it was. Anyways,
Right now. Long videos seem to just not make views anymore.
and it's not true for men, by the way. I mean, it can be, but you don't hear about it as much because it doesn't happen. Rarely happens. Basically, like in prison, it happens all the time, right? But you don't hear about it. But the point is, you know why? Is because most of the guys that would do that are in prison, and it happens in prison. You get it? That's why it's not happening in life, because they take them as prisoners, send them to prison, and now they're doing it in prison, and nothing is being done about it in prison. You know what I'm saying?
There are rumors about YouTube not counting views coming from adblock users, and it overall feels just random. There is no way to reliably make views for now, like long form videos taking days and days to make, produce, and publish, just flopping miserably, while
The reason why is because of fakers like you, Davey. If you were real and authentic and you really reached out to people, they would sit there and listen and watch and hear you talk, right? Like an actual connection is made. But because you want to do the Hollywood thing, you need to dance, monkey, dance. And oh, you didn't catch their attention, so and that's the way the world works. That's how nature works. That's why women want the guy with the biggest fucking the biggest face thing, the biggest fucking the brightest colors on the chest, the biggest wingspan, the biggest tail, the biggest feet. That's how nature works. And you're playing Hollywood's bullshit game, and you're trying to buy them through bullshit. Whereas me, it's an actual connection. That's why I can look like shit, basically, and look real because it's an actual connection. I don't expect her to look like a Hollywood whore and a virgin at the same time. Like I don't expect them both to exist. It wouldn't happen. If you look like a Hollywood whore, you would be attracting every dude in the fucking world, and chances are you would be a fucking whore. I remember I just made a video. There was a video about two girls were killed recently by some dude. I think it was the Charlie Kirk murder. Um, and the point I made was there's a distinction between the two girls. And the reason why that was made is because in that story, and notice I'm talking to you, there's an actual connection. It's not reading from a script. It's not pretend. It's not Russia bullshit. It's not China bullshit. It's real connection. This is actual America here. So, anyways, back in the Charlie Kirk thing, right? There's two girls. One of them looks like the girls I grew up with. I'd go outside and we'd play football and molest one another. Like both of us are like 12 years old, 13 years old. And I'd be feeling her ass and she's stroking my balls through our clothes, of course. But that's the kind of stupid shit we would do, right? Whereas the other girl looks like a 15-year-old, 18-year-old girl, and she looks like the kind of person who would drive a Mustang or dates a guy who has a father who drives a Mustang, and it's just sex. It's all about sex, and that's all they were talking about. They're lying and tricking each other into the sex. If you look at the two of them, you would tell, like, okay, chances are he's talking about her. You would know this too. In your heart, you would know there was a difference between these two girls. And the point is, the boy that killed the two of them was actually trying to kill one of them. The other one just happened to be there. But they were trying to make the story seem like he actually killed the both of them. And it was a hate crime against both of them. And it was just because of this or blah, blah, blah. And it was the reason. It's an Adam Mockler video I just recently uploaded, right? But that's what it's about. That's what it's about. That's what they do. They play you and trick you. And the reason why is I'm trying to draw on your blue side. I need to draw on your emotions. Don't you get sad? Aren't you sad? Don't you just want to like vote for me? Like give me all your money because oh, and then I can suddenly out of nowhere I can change and suddenly like I'm not crying anymore and suddenly really happy. It's because I'm playing with your fucking emotions. You understand? And that's my point was that kind of manipulation was really easy on the other side, on the right, because of the military and because of religion. And that's why they're trying to make it so that religion is in the schools of all of America because they know we got to them because of religion. If we make everyone else religious, then we will get to them too. That's what they're trying to do. Anyways,
the short content that literally took me 5 minutes to make gets millions of views out of nowhere. Sometimes I think I know how to make videos. I know YouTube, but YouTube always surprises me. Nobody's safe.
it's because you're a dumbass. Simple. It's you're a dumbass. That's all it is. And they are using you the same way they use anyone else. You're done. I see the bigger picture. You see it. You are seeing it now. You know why? It's because it struck close to home. Like when Trump, I think the first time he ran, and he took hella people's land, and hella people were like, "Oh, I regret voting for Trump because he took half my land," basically. I forgot what it's called, forfeiture or some shit, where the government could take half your land, and they turned down the casinos. Probably you don't hear a damn word about it nowadays. You know why? It's because it was evil, or they wanted oil or something from it, right? That's because that's what it was. That's what happened. But that's what it is. Is they use you and they milk you and they play you like the last video I just uploaded. There's an Asian girl. They're using her and her friend. They're using her. They're both really good. They're both capable. They should be on my team, joining me. They should learn from me. But because they're being used and manipulated, they can't. Anyways.
Here. And check this out. Let's see if you can spot what's broken here. 14 million views in the last 5 days. Guess how much I've made? Almost $10 USD. YouTube is not broken at all. Anyway, yes, if I randomly get...
You know why? It's because of manipulation. And chances are you pissed on someone's side of the fence and they're mad, so they sent their, I forgot the word. Fucking hell. They sent their brigade after you, basically. They sent the brigade after you, and now you're seeing it. It struck close to home. And they took your money because you pissed on the wrong side of the fence. But you didn't know because you were always pissing on your side, so you were getting money. But the second you fucked up, now it's in your backyard. Now you see the rest of the world, and whole shit has been happening to everybody. Oh my God, that's what they call woke. That's what woke is. That's what it means to be awake, present, and you're looking around. You're like, whoa, oh, this whole time there's been evil, but I've been just stuck in my little world. Hee 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 hee. Yay, money, yay, things. Touch grass, bitch. Touch grass.
2 more copyright strikes, I'm gone. And this is not the first time this happens. It happened in the past as well.
So this is the first offense? I thought you said your video was gone. YouTube is shutting down my channel. No, it is. So this is a bait. This is authentic, but it was a bait as well. Meaning, like, they literally took action, but you decided to say, oh, well, this action is the end of the road. So, fuck you, Davey. Fuck you and your fuck. See, this is for you, Davey. Everyone, turn away. I'm sorry. That's for Davey. Okay? Everyone, for the next 5 seconds, look away. In 3, 2, 1, turn. Okay, and you're looking away. Davey, that's for you, Davey, for doing what you've done. Okay, now you can look back now, guys. I love you guys. I love you. Right? Davey, you're a piece of shit. Why would you lie to people? Why are you playing people? Why are you tricking people? Don't be like Adam Mockler. Don't be like David Pacman. Don't be like this fucking greedy ass fucking evil people that are just all about their money, right? And people want to talk about the Jews. Oh, the Jews and their gold. It's not the Jews and their gold. That just happened to happen. That's people. People are that way. You want to protect what is yours. It's not Jews and their gold. That's just people and their valuables. Fucking idiots. Wake the fuck up, you dumbasses. Again, race is a fucking lie. And that whole fucking Jewish thing, oh, big nose Jewish, is that to admit to that shit, or to commit rather to that shit, is to say races are true. Race is not real. Time is not real. Okay?
And I've always won the past claims, but you never know. And YouTube being broken right now was the last straw. I had to make this video. I just had to say something about this.
But why did you have to lie and make it seem like it was the final straw when it's just the first? What the fuck?
And that's about it. See ya.
Anyways. Oops. Anyways, that's it. Be well, be happy, be safe. Again, it's fair. Make your points. That's fine. Just don't lie, dude. Don't lie. Don't play their games. This is what I'm talking about. You are the way you are because you, in some way or another, you sold out or you are a sellout. They cut your money because you pissed off the people you sold out to. This is why once upon a time they used to call sellouts people that sold their soul to the devil because that's what it is. That's what the evil does. That's why money was a sin. That's why they say greed was a sin. Gluttony was a sin because it changes your mind. It warps your personality. It warps the way you see the world. It warps everything. It makes you evil. Evil. Okay. Anyways, I gotta go. I'm being too loud. I'm being too belligerent. Basically, it's too early in the morning. I shouldn't be doing this shit, but I have to. The reason why I have to is because the game's rigged. And if you do anything after 2 p.m. PST, it's just no good. So, anyways, be well, be happy, be safe. I'm out. Godspeed. God bless. Be strong. There's nothing wrong with believing in God, by the way. There's nothing wrong with being religious. The problem is you trusted the wrong people. That's the problem. Like, don't that your pastor is lying to you. He's a pastor because it pays. He's not a pastor because he believes. And your problem is you believe him. Not because you believe in God, but because you believe in the pastor that wants a boat. Oh, everybody needs to donate $10,000 by the end of the year because Jesus Christ says, and you guys do it. Like, that's the problem. And again, you buy the gold coins, jump coins, blah blah blah. That's why. That's what's going on. Anyways, I'm out here, so be well, be safe, be happy, be strong, be safe. I love you. Be well. Godspeed. Don't let the door hit you where the Lord split you. Um, praise Allah, praise Yevon, the Final Fantasy X God. Again, I don't know why I want to say that with the Final Fantasy thing, but I do. Anyways, that's it. Peace out. Peace.